Hello all, Sabello here. Today we're going to be doing plenty of raids, but also I've got a big up to my guild Art of Pillaging. We managed to hit the 1 million token mark today. When I did, I think it was yesterday or the day before, we had no chance of hitting the 1 million mark. The last hour was, well, it's electrifying. Everyone was sitting there in anticipation, waiting for those tokens to come rolling in, and there was loads of us doing like towards the end, 50-odd-minute journey, just trying to get in like the last 70-odd or 100-odd tokens for the event, trying to bump up those tokens. But we ended with 1,019,000. So now, the next time we have the guild sailing event, we've got that mark to beat. I said to everyone, just keep pushing, because the next time we come to sailing event, then we'll have a new target to beat, and hopefully we'll hit, say, 1.2 million, and of course, building our way up to get the final prize. So because of that, we've got some chests to open. Let's take a look in here. We've got one battered, we've got one Davy Jones, obviously they're coming from some of the sea monsters that we took care of, plus the 3 useful caskets for the 1 million prize. We're going to open them right now, and then we're going to jump into some raids, and I just can't wait. I'm still using the brutes, the gunners, 6 bombers and a witch doctor. It's a 28-minute cook time. I've done pretty well farming with it since yesterday, or was it the day before? I can't remember what one now, but yeah, it's working fantastic. So bear with me a second, I've just got to check the chat settings a second, because I had some problems the time before when streaming with the chat settings and forgetting what people was typing. So if I bump it up onto my laptop, I should be able to remember what people say. And there we go. Right, okay, let's start with the batter's chest. Let's see, I'm hoping for BP again, because we are falling behind on getting... There we go. We ask and we shall have 440 BP and some gold as well. Davy Jones, as I said in the last stream, I do despise the Davy Jones chest. Really don't think they're beneficial. We'll have a look. See if I'm... Oh, okay. So the 3 mystical opals. I did say that I recently needed those for Caesar. I think I'm still probably at least 10 away, maybe more. Majestic rubies will take those all day long as well. Now comes on to the useful caskets. Let's see what we're going to get from this one. And because of BJ's, he said in the last live stream that all you get from these ones is silo materials. You'll never see gems or anything else in these. So thanks for that one. There is Tournament Caesar. There's some more gunpowders for him. There's plenty of iron ingots too, and shark tooths. I think that leaves us 30 odd. Hello there, Hammerhead. I know who this is. You see me put it in chat as well, because Hammerhead's visiting the guild to come and do a rumble with us. And no, we're not saying what time it is, because people end up wanting to queue up and battle us. Let's collect those. And how did you do? When did you complete the event with Wind Raiders? Yeah. Yeah, I know who you are, see. I pay attention. So now we've got a problem. We've got to clear out the silo, and I'm pretty sure I cleared it out earlier on today, so I'm not too sure what I'm going to throw away. However, I do need the iron ingots, and I will need those crocodile tears as well, because I think we only need 1 or 2 more lots of those crocodile tears to get black bark going towards max eventually when we hit Pirate All 11. So let's cancel that for now and go back in our silo. And I just seen in chat, yes, Smithy's joined, perfect. Okay, let's get rid of Jean de Berry's Shimmering Pearl, because we don't need them. Radiant Citron, get rid of those. I could also get rid of the Silver Ingot, because he who shall not be named, he needs those, and we don't have him. We can bear that one in mind, so that's one more slot we have for the silo. More Shimmering Pearls there, maybe get rid of... Oh, and there's another one for he who shall not be named. We've got plenty of slots there we can fill up. Okay, that's good to know. They're all fine to go in, and now coming on to our last useful casket before we get into the raids. Let's see what we're going to get from this one. I'm hoping for voodoo masks. Really need those voodoo masks. Let's hope. Fingers crossed. Again! We need to clear stuff out, but you ask and you shall get. We spoke about this earlier on, didn't we, Hammerhead? Just ask for the Madoki gods. Okay, let's find some room again. Let's get rid of Exquisite Diamond. Let's get rid of the Silver Ingot. That should be enough for us to collect all those goodies. And it is. Perfect. Plus the Cursed Peridot as well for Tinto. Looking good with that one. Let's get on with the raids. This is why we're here. Is there any army comp that you'd like me to try and use? Bear in mind at the minute that my grog's pretty low. And because I did earlier on get the Ghastly Gunslinger going, and I've sort of cheated with the Ghastly Gunslinger, I'll tell you why. We go into here. Go real quick so you can't see. So we started to use extra range. We wanted to come over to here and get the power of voodoo so we can resurrect him at 50% health. However, I was a little bit behind from my last academy, so I worked my way here, and I decided, well, the extra 10 toughness is not going to be that much of a benefit. It will, but then I thought there's 4 attack there, where if we then grab the 10 toughness, which was obviously the same amount there and there. Plunder, please make sure Split gets... I hope so. Friday's coming. But if I always say to myself, he's not coming, then when he does eventually, then I won't be let down. It'd be a joyous moment. And then maybe what I should start doing is recording, if possible, when that trade chip comes in, then you can get my reaction like, oh, it's Cornelius again, 3 weeks in a row. Oh, it's Black Bar, it's the wrong BB. Maybe we'll try that. Yeah, so going back to this, my logic was if we jump into this section first and come back to this one after, there's a lot more DPS in these ones here, plus be able to resurrect him. So once we get this category done for Academy, well, the Voodoo Hut 6, sorry, then we can come back to Voodoo Hut 5 stuff and finish those off. Does that sound good? Is that a little? I made a mistake by not maxing them out, but that was the logic behind it. Let's get on with the raids. If you want me to try any troop combos, let me know, but please bear in mind if you want me to try real juicy setups that's going to spend like 500-600 grand, I need to farm it loot first. I did say we're going with the brutes again. It's been working really well. I found quite a few million today. Okay, I'm liking the look of this base. It's not loads, but there's about 500,000 profit here. So let's give this a go. Again, the grand panel level ones, both facing the same way. I don't get that. I always come in from a direction. So I could come in from the side here. Probably not best from the back, because there's 4 layers of walls in this section here, and they'll just walk around that way anyway, so it'd be a waste. Any outline buildings to get us confused? No, there's not. Okay, again, we've got so many brutes. And let me know, Hammerhead, do you use a few tanks? I'm pretty sure you do. You probably don't use this many tanks when doing your attacks. Let's get 6 of those in for now. Let's get Witch Doctor in early. Let's get the bombers in pretty early there. Hopefully they're not going to go too far away. And what I've been doing with the Witch Dots is trying to keep, a bit like Annabelle, try and keep most of my troops all in one spot, deploying them all together. Yes, you're going to get a lot of damage coming in from mortar shots, which could be disaster, but with the Witch Dots are there, the protection spell is pretty damn good, so you don't really take that much damage from the mortars. The Grand Pandas, same. I mean, they will take down those guns pretty quick, but not as quick. Let's use the Witch Dots' ability now, get some skellies going. So now you've got like a split off. No matter that those all in the same location, the gunner's AI is thinking that we'll branch off in different directions. So now I've got a split of left, right and centre. There's so much stuff to be hitting that the mortars don't know which way to shoot first. And as you can see, it's just like an overpowered attack. Yes, they're not maxed out defences, but I did attack a Pirate 10 earlier, I think it was, that had real decent mortars, gun towers, and the same thing. A similar setup, just with better walls as well. I just went straight through from an angle and done the exact same thing, and it works 100%. Quite clever. I normally do it with the ship as well. I space it out 1 tile away from the walls. Put all your traps and bombs in there. Like a troop combo is 8 skies, yes. A lot of people say, why don't you use skies? I do during Thunderstruck event. Plus I've been polishing up on using them, because in previous videos, I didn't even use 2 of my brutes, by the way. Yeah, in previous videos, I really deployed them badly. I was not concentrating, hitting the silos and the buildings that would stop them and make them drop to the ground. So I try not to do that when doing, especially live stream, where I'm talking a lot and I don't have a chance to think the plan through. That's why I like these raids. You sort of just deploy them all in one go and let them do their thing. So 40 odd seconds. While that's going on, I try and keep what's going on here. I'll read in the chat from the laptop. My troop combos, right, 8 skies, 1 witch doctor, 1 priestess, 1 heavy gunner, 10 ghastly gunseers, 4 jugs. Yeah, a lot of people using 4. Some use 3 jugs. I've tried using 3 jugs. It just seems like there is not enough tanks, and depending if you're going to deploy them all in one spot or do you space them out. That's a good question actually. So do you deploy them all in one area, or do you space them out, I don't know, say every 2 inches on the screen or something like that, or even more? Hopefully you're going to reply there. Hopefully you're still here. I didn't even see that. Was that 100%? No idea. Let's just jump into another battle. Try and keep an eye on the golds. I think we've done over 10 walls now for level 15. Right, you space them out. So how far do you space them out? It's a 25-minute. That's not too bad. It's gone down by 3 minutes. What's that? 1-2 battles in the streak? Oh, you're going to like that one. My guild is called Art of Pillaging. Let me see if I can write it down here. Let's see if I can be really clever now. Art of Pillaging. Yes, we don't have Fat Thumb Syndrome today. Perfect. That's come in chat now. Scallywags. You're not going to believe this, Hammerhead. I have the Scallywag buff. Hammerhead is a recent Scallywag fan. He never used to be, but he's watching the channel. He's like, I've got to try this myself. Now he's loving it. Maybe I shouldn't put that out there. Everyone's going to want to jump on the Scallywag and the Buck bandwagon. I'm telling you, one of these times I'm going to wake up in the morning, I'm going to be like locust swarmed. And I'm going to think, why did I bother broadcasting this to YouTube? I'm waiting for it to happen. Hello there, by the way, Magdeagle. Nice to see you on the channel. Okay. We need some good loot now. Is this actually working fine? Yep, stream is perfect. And if you notice as well, the little icon in the bottom left there, I've minimised the size because that was just ginormous before. And it's quite annoying for me, and I'm sure it was for you as well. Use these and buff them with Ching Shi after you break the walls. Now, I never would have thought that. Don't you mean Tinto? Because Ching Shi draws them into defences. Usually when they have a few cannons spread out. Right, okay. So, but if all the cannons that are clustered together, then you cluster the tanks together as well. I use 7 juggernauts, 25 guns, 1 witch doctor, 10 bombers. That's interesting, Caleb. What pirate hall are you? Because at one point I was using on pirate hall 7, 10 juggernauts, and that's a lot of tanks. But if you can keep the, I think it's about the 20 gunners alive, they can really pack a punch. But again, it's all personal preference. It's all a matter of how things work for you. I mean, I could try and do 3 juggernauts. Pirate hall 8, yeah? Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad amount. I used to use, I dropped down to 8 juggernauts from 10. Then I dropped it down to 6. I think pirate hall 6, I think I was using like 6 juggernauts and 4 brutes. Yeah, I got what you meant, pirate hall 8. How are you enjoying it, by the way? The difference of having to defeat 2 ground pounders rather than 1? Yeah, exactly. It's sort of a catch-22. It can work really well for you, the 10 jugs. But if they get stuck behind walls, or I don't know, somehow they just get exploded, or they all separate and your gunners get trapped in the middle somewhere and bombed, that's your raid over with. Horrible. Why? I mean, I guess you've got to learn how to beat those double layer walls. I've done videos on that in the past, especially using Cornelius. I'm trying to talk and push next here, by the way. So if you get that down to the ground where you can come in from a side angle in the ground pounders, perfect. But you've got to be so precise, and we're going to take the space on. You've got to be so precise when you deploy your tanks, and you're going to lose a few, by the way, because they're going to go off walkabout left and right. Get those bombers in at the right time, get witch dots behind them, make sure you bust through those walls, slowly trickle some gunners in. They're going to disperse as well, but you need just something being hit so the bombers can get through and get through the walls. Ground pounders for this one, and now I'll come back and read the chats afterwards. Okay, where are they at? So one there. I don't get this, why people just have them so exposed as well. There's one ground pounder there, where's the other one? Anyone know where it is? Okay, there's the other one. Perfect. Level 1, level 2. It's a pirate hall 10 with, I think, pirate hall 7 defences, 9, 8s, 10s, mishmash of defences. What way we're going to come in? So there's a legendary pirate here. Oh no, guess who it is? It's he who shall not be named. Let's take him out. We've got to. By principle, we have to take out Legendary Fault. There we go. And it's a nice low Legendary Fault. I don't understand that as well. There's so many people out there with low Legendary Faults, like level 1, level 2s. There's just no excuse for it. Right, okay, now that's scene 2. We're just, I don't know why, we're going to come in from this angle, spread out our brutes. So something like that you would do, Hammerhead. Space them out like so. Obviously, I know you did say something about the cannons have to be spaced out. Which dots are in there? Let's get 6 bombers in that location. Yeah, so do I. That's what I look for. So when I'm rumbling, I shouldn't give away my advice here, but that's what I'm here for. What I do is I go between the 2 and 300 PR and just keep dropping. So when I get above 300 PR, I drop back into sort of the 200, 250 range. Win a few battles, drop again, because there's so many bases like this. I don't care if they have good loot when I'm rumbling and being serious rumbling. You just want that, say, I think Pirate 10 of this range is like 599 points around there. It's easy points, guaranteed win. If you're using a decent combo, this is probably not going to be a win. Well, it's not going to be a 3-star anyway. We'll see. But yeah, these are the type of bases you want to be looking for in... Even if you pirate away, look for these bases, because even if you get 2-star, there's still decent points for you to get. And look at Switch Doctor. The main bulk here is getting annihilated, and you want to heal some, protect some guns that don't need it. Choose the ability. I know I've got 4 gunners sitting now. Maybe get a couple more in now. Zoom out a little bit. Get a couple in that area there that take out them outline buildings. We should have enough here actually, 200%. Whether we've got the time to. I think so. Bunker's gone. I don't think apart from the ship there's anything else to defend with. No, there isn't. So unless there's some mines that's really going to ruin my day. Oh, there's another bunker there. So yeah, unless there's some mines that's really going to ruin my day, we should. Actually, no. Too many outhouses there. Not happening. We get the rest of that 7,000 loot, I'll be happy. Alright, let's read back again. You have to use brutes up here. It's making it easier to 3-star. That's a super soft right. So you saying that you've also got a Pirate All 8 account, Hammerheads? If I'm my brutes always die and take up too much space. See, I said that. What they should do, and they've done in a game called Dominations, in their, let's call it their academy. It's not called an academy, or I don't think it is. What they do is they've got a skill tier where you can actually research, and it reduces their troop capacity by 1. I'm not saying they should do it for all troops, but I think at a certain point in the game, brutes are becoming extinct, shall we say, of people using them. So what they should do is lower the capacity to say 3. I think you'll see more people using brutes that way. The problem is that brutes have slightly less toughness to my knowledge than a juggernaut. Yes, they've got the bring it on ability, but then the Juggernaut has the bonus of the splash damage reduction twice over, depending on your academy level, which means even less damage done from ground powers and mortars. It's a big deal, and I think that's why you don't see higher end gameplay. Baby count is still right. I've got my mini account of Pirate All 4, slowly getting towards the Pirate All 5 stage. Yeah, jugs are better in my opinion as well. Plus, yeah, see, I was just talking about that. Oh, when you use Pirate All 8, you used to use them. See, I stopped at, I think, Pirate All 7-ish using brutes. For that reason. Because Juggernauts is 1 less. Once you get a bit of that sort of reduction in, I think there might not be till Pirate All 8. I'm not sure on the academy level, was that 6, 7? 7 I want to say. Then that's when you get the reduction in splash damage. Just quickly catch up on chat a second. And Brute's ability doesn't... Yeah, I've noticed that. Sometimes you get some... Say they're spread out, you get like a cluster of 3 with start saying bring it on. And then you got that like one lone Brute just goes wandering still. It's like, what are you doing? I wanted that mortar to target you. Yeah, Brutes are cheaper. Yeah, so are you saying that you agree with me about the when you get to a certain point in the game, say academy level, I don't know, 7 or 8, they should have a little part in the academy where you can get 1 troop capacity reduction on the brutes? I think that'd be I think that'd be beneficial. I'd use brutes a lot more if there was 3 cap rather than 4. By the way, Hammerhead, this Midnight Plunder is Scarlet Fever. I'm sure you probably know Scarlet. It's nice, by the way. I'm loving this live streaming. I'm not doing so many attacks, but it's great just to have this sort of conversation with multiple people at once that are passionate about the game just as much as me. And hopefully Madoki is watching as well and seeing our suggestions here. Witch Doctor, perfect, toughness by 5%. What do you guys like to see on your streak buffs? I'm sure you'll probably say, well, the troops I'm using, but especially it's like, yes, I got that one. BP's a good one. Free cat would be better. Yes, see. But do you think that should be from the start of the game when I think they're a bit over... Well, I think once you get to... Is it Academy level 2? I think brutes are a bit overpowered then. Academy level 1, they're real squishy. 50% more BP. Yeah, I love that too. Ah, see, it's nice to meet people. Well, let's quickly push next before we go on to that one. Gunners, yeah, Gunners is another good one. The one I like is also Grog. I hate when it shows you gold and you're sitting there maxed on gold, or I don't know, you've done all your walls, it's like, oh man, gold, really? Could have done with Grog. And what I love about this game is, I think that there's so much more loot out there, but I find that gold is sort of a resource, no matter what level you are, it's just like, there's too much of it. I don't want to say that and Madoki goes, wow, what can we do here? Don't want to spoil it for everyone, but I just think there's a shortage of grog compared to gold. Right, okay, let's... No, we're not taking that base on. And we're talking about pink walls. I know Madoki's never going to change this, but there was pink walls. I need sunglasses. It's just terrible seeing that. And I'm stuck with that until I get to Pirate 11, which is nowhere near going to happen in, I'd say, maybe Christmas time. So I'm stuck looking at those horrible pink walls until then. I don't mind the pink ship and the pink bunkers, but I think the pink walls is just a little bit too much at Pirate 10, for my liking anyway. Everyone's gone quiet in chat. Is everyone thinking still? Have I lost connection or something? Oh, there we go. Found lots of million grog bases around. Yeah, that's why I like hanging around sort of this level as well. I also like sub 100. I feel if you go sub 100, as a Pirate 10 especially, because you still see Pirate 8s, there's some of those that haven't got the walls, and I think you could benefit using thieves. And I think that's where, before I go Pirate 11, I'll try the Annabelle and Thief trick to try and practice at against Pirate 8s without any walls. Yeah, I mean, you're max Pirate 11, but I think when you're halfway through any Pirate level, it's like, oh man, there's a million gold, what am I going to do with this? It's like you sort of have to keep one worker free because there's just so much gold. It's like, I don't know where to dump it. And I don't like to be one that goes, well, I'll leave a, I don't know, a flame gate and I'll just keep dumping the gold that way. I think you're taking then resources out of the economy, and especially grog, we're going to take this on, especially grog. I don't know why people dump that into, say, leaving the last level a buck. I would personally love someone to come raid me and they're going to make use of that grog, than to just dump millions into the game. Yeah, I'm going to try and take this one on. Grand Panda there and there, both facing the same direction. Oh, that's quite clever actually. 2 gun towers and a mortar. You've got the 3 Mystic Mortars in there. That's actually a nasty little setup. I know I'm talking a lot about this raid and we're going to run out of time. Don't really care about the 3-star because we're not rumbling yet. Just trying to analyse this base. I think we're going to have to just come in this direction here. We're going to have to take the flak of these Mystic Mortars. We're going to get annihilated at this point around here. But as long as we go in there and get the grog, I couldn't care less. Again, I'll try and go back through and read the chat when able. I need to try and figure out a way. Remember, the first troop you deploy within range of that mortar is going to distract him. So we've got to be careful where we're deploying our brutes. Perfect. So we got his attention now. Now we get a bunch of brutes in here. Witch Doctor in. Get our bombers in. I mean, I don't really use Legendary Pirates. I've already said that, especially when farming. Again, we want to try and... look at that gunner down there. Damn fat fingers. Yeah, so we want to try and keep our gunners clustered together. Hopefully the Witch Doctor has a brain. He's going to stay there for us. Maybe we contemplate soon of using the Brute's ability. No, it's okay, our main gunners are here now. So as long as those Brutes don't get too close to the mortar, perfect, we took that one out. We should be okay. There goes down 1 Mystic Mortar. We can just lose that group of gunners and keep this cluster here. Get the rest of this loot. We're looking good. The raid is going well so far. Set up your troops to 19 guns fighting, but that's a lot of bombers. But yeah, against, we talked about walls earlier today, and especially the bombers' ability. Right, let's use the ability there. There we go. Mortars now focusing these brutes. I need these gunners now to start pushing over this direction. Can they do it in time? I don't know. We've got a bunch of cannons here, which they're not really that bad against gunners, depending. Can we get this mortar taken down quick? We've got still a bunch of gunners here at the bottom. There, perfect. This has gone really well. We took all the loot. Again, I don't care about the free stuff. We can take it. We'll take it. Those gun towers are menacing. They will strip your gunners down quick. Okay, where can we put this lonely gunner we have left? Let's try and get the guild hall, because they're quite tanky. We've got one gunner here. As long as you don't get too close to the flame gates, we'll be fine there. Witch Doctor, he's just going to go walkabouts. We're not going to be able to get any skellies out of him. There goes the legendary fort. There shouldn't be any more buildings apart from the two on the left. And that should mean the 100%. I didn't think we'd get it. So props to you, Scarlet, for suggesting this troop combo. I know I varied it a little bit, or should I say tweaked it a little bit, especially with the bombers and the Witch Doctor. But it's still such a cheap composition. And it's actually a shorter time than my bucks and gunners. Which I don't know quite how that's theoretically possible. But it is. Right, okay, let's try and read through some of these chats again. Set up your troops to 19 gunners, 13 bombers, 5 jugs, 2 witch. Do you deploy your 2 witch doctors together? I love to ask people this question, because when I use 2 witch doctors together, they go even more retarded than one by itself. 2 priestess, same question again. Do you keep one back, or do you deploy 2 at the same time again? And then I love heavy gunners, but they get that sort of stupid bug again where they start battering at walls when there's an opening 2 tiles away from them. It's really frustrating. Right, okay, automatic 3 stars but cost 600k. Well, yeah, that's a costly army. Well, it all depends obviously what level your troops are. But yes, I mean, jugs, heavy gunners, priestess, witch doctors is bumping up that price quite a bit. 480k, that's not too bad. Is that your rumbling army? They're hammerheads. Max that 9, 12 LPs max level, so it doesn't matter to me. Curious Magdeagle, what is your in-game name? Because I know you've been subscribed quite a few months now. I'd say 2-3 months. Every troop and 9, 12 LPs max. Sweet. So what one did you focus in particular, or did the silo materials just fall into your lap there? Sorry, it was the Never Together part 4. Yeah, rumbling troops, yeah, I thought so. And what are you using with the skellies? Is it just skellies, gunners and bombers? You got the Witch Doctor in there too? My arms use achievement cost because it's hard to get good profit. Yeah, see, I'm glad everyone's trying to think about it from a profit side of things. Apart from rumbling, that's where I break the rules. If I see something that's real easy, then I go for it. You just have to. Ah, we've faced you. So, you know Scarlet Fever. You must do. With tornadoes on name. I'll have to have a look for you after I finish the live stream. I'll have to have a look. Because we rumbled against DUI. There's a really close rumble we had. I was talking to Scarlet about earlier on today as well. And look at that, it's 532 plunder points. I wouldn't have even probably tried that base during a rumble, to be honest with you. See, it's boo. It's just, what a small world. Wow. I'll let you guys carry on talking. I'm going to try and carry on getting some raids done. Is it most, that say 25 minutes? About 1 or 2 raids ago, and that's saying 26. We're on 3.4 million grog. We need probably about another, I'd say 2.5 mil grog thereabouts for me to feel comfortable. Maybe 3 mil, I'd say. The goal's just going to get poled into walls. We've got 3 workers busy. Next one that's 3, I'm going to have to figure out. Of probably going to do the silos. It's to level 6, 7. The one that's 9.6 million. Get another 20 slots then. That's really going to help out a lot. I just love it. I just love how you two know each other as well. You're actually in the same guild. That's real funny. Look at that wall breaker. 60%. Man, I need that when I'm facing the Pirate 11s with maxed out walls. Never get that though. I'm not going to go for it now though. With 6 bombers. That'd just be ridiculous. I don't know about anyone else. Does anyone, when farming, not use bombers? I have to use bombers. Yes, but the problem with Pirate Hall 10 is you get 3 levels on the silo. By Pirate Hall 8 and 9, you're screaming out for silo capacity. I don't know why they don't drop it down to Pirate Hall 9. Maybe 1 on Pirate Hall 8, 1 on Pirate Hall 9, and 1 on Pirate Hall 10. That makes sense. And considering you can't upgrade your storages from, I think it's Pirate Hall 7 or 8 until Pirate Hall 10, why not? Makes sense. Right, okay, bear with me a second. I think my laptop, yeah, it's not charging for some reason. Oh, probably helps if you plug it in, Sib. There we go. Don't want the chat to die on me, by the way. Right, so use 6 bombers as well. Anyone else use less or more? Sometimes I've gone with 2 if I'm using bucks and gunners and gone with, I don't know, 32 bucks I think it is. Just to make sure that I give them a little bit of help, but then I don't look for anything higher than I think it's level 8 wall when farming. Right, so there's another person that uses bombers. Anyone else use bombers when farming? And I'm still yet to do an all bomber raid. Has anyone done that? Like, I'm gonna go revenge someone and throw like 60 or 70 odd bombers at them with a couple of witch doctors or something crazy. And plus that will cost a bomb though, but I have seen it done to me and done to others. It's quite funny to watch. So use 10. I've heard of some real top players using, a bit like Clash of Clans, the healer and what was it, the Queen Walk, but instead they use the heavy gunners and witch doctors. Has anyone tried that method, using, I think it's 4 heavy gunners and so many witch doctors? If you can keep those heavy gunners alive somehow, the damage they do is just insane. I'd like to try it as well. Yeah, I was thinking it, I'd love to do it, but it'd be so expensive. I need to be sitting on like 9mm grog or something. Just throw them all in at once. That'd just be insane. I was about to say 9mm grog. 908,000 grog. Can I get it? These are Pirate Hall 8 walls. We've got to look, see where these grand pounders are first of all. So there's one hide in there. So the mortar there is exposed. Pirate Hall 11. They're all maxed out mortars. I feel that, I don't know why there's not another level on mortars as a Pirate Hall 11. I know there's an extra mortar. No, I'm not fancying this one. I'm going to chicken out on that one. Yeah, I just don't know why there's not another level on that. I know a lot of people don't like another level added on to things, but I think sometimes you need it. And then maybe, I don't know, get the troops going up another level or something. Who knows? We do a single pirate challenge over at Wind Raiders. Right, that's pretty cool. I used before all voodoo troops. I called it Voodoo Magic Madness. I've done 2 or 3 videos on that, and that was pretty cool. That was real fun. With all witch doctors in my... Am I allowed to use a legendary pirate with that? If I can use a legendary pirate, I'll give the witch doctor, all witch doctor a go. Well, I don't think I'd have enough grog for a starters, but we could try something. Just I don't know. It couldn't be Sadie. She just don't pack enough damage. It'd have to be someone quite tanky, but with a lot of damage. Who could that be? With one pirate, yeah. Are you talking about just one single pirate? Because I've seen that before, where you use one gunner and see what's the most loot that you can take using a single gunner. Or are you talking about just, say, like an all skellywag raid? I'd love to do the one gunner challenge, or like a one thief, or a one buck, or whatever it be. Was that question to me? What pirate? Oh, hello, there's a lot of grog there, but hell no. I know they're both facing the wrong way. Oh no, he who shall not be named has not been said on live stream. No way. No way. We're not going for that. I know they're facing the wrong way, but hell no. No, all guns, all bombers, all skeletons, all bucks, all thieves. That sounds pretty cool. I remember lower levels, I think Pirate Hall 3, Pirate Hall 4, people was rocking the all gunners. They used to deploy it just all in one spot, and if for some reason the mortar didn't kill them, it was just overkill on a base. So surprising. I don't get to see that anymore. That would be cool. You cannot use an LP and you can only attack a PH below yours. Right, okay. Now, how bad can that base be? Can we find one with like level 4 walls like we've done in the last live stream? Because that will fit me down to the ground. I could then maybe use all bombers. Yeah, that'd be cool. Oh, we'll have to try that sometime. For sure. We're going to have to do an all bomber raid. But not today. Any other suggestions? Please, someone make a note of these suggestions because I am so forgetful. But I'll definitely try some of this stuff out. Right, okay. Ground pound's facing the wrong way. 2 mortars in this cluster box. Tell me base designs that you don't like. Let's forget about corner bases for a minute. Do you like these segmented bases? Do you find them easier? Do you find them a real pain? Depending if you're farming. I mean, if you're using not many bombers, these can be a real problematic base. I hate facing them, but we'll give it a whirl. I think we're going to have to come in from behind the ship side. We're going to have to just, I don't know, tank it. And hopefully we can get through. Maybe we try and come in from 4 brutes and 4 brutes either side of the ship, or we'll go in all one direction. Let's keep 2 brutes back actually. Let's deploy them in nice and early. We're going to save the bombers back for now. I'm going to get the witch doctor in. We're going to get a big cluster, but not too big of gunners. Save 15 back for now. So most of our tanks are in. They're going to get hit, but there's 1 cannon doing damage. Plus the mortars. It's not going to be that big of a deal. Once that ship goes down, depending where my stuff goes, then we're going to have to start planning accordingly for that. Right, good. They went round the right side. Perfect. Now let's get our bombers in there. We can take some damage for a while. There we go. So because I'm deploying late, the witch doctor's slightly distracted, but he's still in range to protect the brutes and the guns that's already in there. It's go time now, people. We've got 2 brutes still. We'll use them tactically if we can, if we need to. Like we're sneaking around the back somewhere. All careful, mine. Oh, that hurts. There we go. Let's get the mortar down. Brutes are doing a fantastic job. Perfect. Keep going. Now if we try and sneak in brutes in this direction, that's going to get the defences all distracted. Maybe a stupid deploy there because the 1 cannon. Gunners are not going to get there in time. The witch doctor's gone walkabouts here with the gunners. That's it. I need him here. I need them skellies resurrected. A little bit more. Come to the left a little bit. He's not going to. Let's use his ability now to try and get some of those skellies tanking some damage for us. The loot. Are we going to get all the loot? No, I think this raid's gone pretty terrible, to be honest. It started off going so well. Problem is with the witch doctor, if he gets slightly distracted, he can ruin the whole raid in one fell swoop. It's just frustrating at times. It really is. But there's not much you can do. I mean, I'm still going to try and get a little bit of loot if possible. We need to get through this wall. Can we do it? There's a couple of skellies there. Let's try and get those up. Problem is that bunker. I mean, I could have deployed differently, but I don't know how else I personally would have took this base on. Maybe I could have come in from the side angle there. I just thought it would have been best with the brutes to quickly get in there, take the splash damage out, then we'd be alright. Go on, witch doctor, that's it. Let's end the battle. It's gone terrible. Terrible. At low PR, walls are like marshmallows. Yeah, they are. They damn right are. And that's why I try not to take any more than 6 bombers with me, because I think that's more than enough as long as you're trying to get through. That was probably stupid because that was level 10 walls with 6 bombers. Plus using brutes, which they're very... I mean, I know they're the same speed as juggernauts, but I feel from visuals they seem slower walking. I don't know why. It's just, I don't know, they seem so slow. Juggernauts, I think, attack slightly quicker. Don't know if that's graphical or not. What do you guys think? So that was a terrible raid. That's one where you just think, like, I hope no one saw that one. Problem is, we're live streaming, so everyone saw it. But again, it comes back to no one can be 100% efficient with raiding. Everyone makes mistakes. And I do it in videos as well. I never do editing. Unless something's said that's not for kids to see, then I edit it. But as gameplay goes, I rather show mistakes so people go, oh, this guy does make mistakes. He's not perfect. Which I totally am not. That last raid is definitely fact. I am not perfect. Oh, I saw the orange symbol back there just go past. This one's for Buccaneers. I always get the stuff that I want when I'm not using it. That's frustrating as well. So we've lost someone. Someone was watching, someone's gone. Joke's special ability speeds him up, but yeah. I try to use that if there's a couple of defences left. Or if you've got, say, an Annabelle and Priestess, and you can time their abilities to coincide with one another. So as one's just about to run out, use the other one, and that whole time you can get the Juggernaut's ability going. Yeah, there is. Yeah, I don't think... Oh, wow, we almost went into that. You can never predict exactly how a raid's going to go. Again, I'll bring up that one. If anyone's seen the one where it looks like I want to get 0 stars, the raid comes completely back 360, or should I say 180, and we win 3 stars. But there was a great bit of gameplay towards the end that sort of pulled that back. But when you was looking at it, it's like, yeah, this is like going nowhere. Them moments don't come along very often, unfortunately. But yes, I do love them. And where is everyone watching? Where are you from, by the way, Caleb? And who's the other one was here? Magdeagle was here as well. And was there someone else here? I'm sure there was someone else here as well talking. Look at that. I have a bad raid, so I had to take a drink there. I have a bad raid and I lose 2 people watching. Surely the raid wasn't that bad. Surely. Give me a break. Does anyone want to see me use something different? Where in America are you from, Caleb? Again, look at this. It's segmented. I hate segmented bases. Can't stand it. Nice to see you still here. Toronto, Canada, right? I try my best to learn a bit of geography. Try. But if you ask me whereabouts in Canada, Toronto is, I couldn't tell you. No idea. I don't know if that's like central, eastern Canada. Yes, 6. 6 what? Did I just push next on a good base there or something? Ah. I want this base in the Rumble. Yeah, I don't want to bring up Drake and I don't want to bring up Bieber. No way. There's got to be better things than Drake and Bieber. Right, we need to try and figure out how to beat this base. I think we're going to try what Sib always is the nickname for Toronto. See, I didn't know that. I wouldn't have known that in a million years. And I have had quite a few Americans join my guild in the past. So where are you from? They go CA. And it's only that I've been gaming for quite a few years to know that's California. But it's funny how people just assume everyone's from the same country. So where are you from? I'm from England. Ah, that tiny little island with loads of rain. We don't have that much rain, but we do have a fair bit. That sort of contradicts myself there, didn't it? Yeah, so what I normally do when ground pounders are like this, I try and spread out my tanks really wide, and I have different ways of raiding. I'll just spread out my gunners really wide as well, and hope they meet about the same time with the ground pounders. I don't really want to get those bombers in too early. We've got, yeah, sorry, but I'm not a maple syrup fan. I've tried out my pancakes. I rather sugar and lemon juice. That's what we use in the UK. Strange maybe to some people, but that's exactly what we use. And let's try and spread out our bombers. Sometimes I put them in the line. We've got this hefty bunker now. It's been a bit problematic. We get our flame gate here, roasting my poor gunners. 1 ground pounder's down. See, you always seem to get 1 ground pounder staying alive longer than the other. Both are down now. I'm not sure if we missed a mortar go down. Probably. The other mortar's down. Let's take that out. Look at the flickering on the building. I mentioned that the other day as I do one of the legendary pirates buffs, and it's Greenbeard's, yeah, he has for Mystic Mortars and Mortars. He has a buff for HP and I think damage too. Which, be careful. There we go. Let's get some skellies. Now we need to worry about the loot guides. Look at it. So, I mean, the walls are not good. The defences are not too bad. That was a Pirate Wall 10, so they're a little bit low. The bunkers are maxed out for Pirate Wall 10. Look at the ship though, level 5. Why is the ship level 5? Is it rush? Oh, no, I mean, it's a rush base, but how long have you been playing and to have a lack of EP to not get the ship up? I don't know. I do spot a few things like it's like, well, how can you have such a low level ship? I mean, I think the ship's the easiest thing to get rather than an academy. I see more lower level academies than I do ships. This raid's gone, wow, it's gone fantastic if I'm honest. Not fantastic, but we've done a lot better than I thought. Although those little level 1 mines there really were packing a punch. We have this lonely gun tower and bunker. The gunner is certainly going to get crippled if he manages to take that bunker out in time by himself. But the witch doctor's there. He's taking no damage, but he's there. Go on. There we go. 3 skellies. They're going to take some damage. Problem is going to be the shark trap. Problem is also the time. Time is always the issue with Sib. Never mind. Let's come out of that battle. We admit defeat. There's no way we're going to beat that in 2 seconds. Loot wasn't bad. And now we get a bandit's chest. Perfect. 4.5 million gold. 4.3 grog. We still need more grog, by the way. Yeah, so going back to the maple syrup. The only place that I've visited... I've never visited Canada, by the way. That as well, yeah. I say that to people. If you know you've got a rumble coming up, and you've got enough time, even if you're streaking to snipe those exposed pirate walls, make sure you get your PR up, because when the rumble starts, you don't want to be sitting there, I don't know, PR 50, and then you've got to battle your way up to get into 200-300 to start to see some decent plunder points. And that way it's going to give you a bit of a better boost. It's like a sailing event, doing a pre-sale before the event starts, and by the time it started, you get your tokens. Same thing with rumbles. That's a tip I can give people as well. That I know you guys are all higher level than me, but for anyone that's going to be watching this after the stream, try that tip, and that should help you out. Is there any tips that you want to give out that you think a newcomer, or let's say Pirate 5, 6, 7 might want to know? Everyone's sitting there scratching their head like, The problem I find is when trying to give tips is I can think that something is not worth bringing up because I already know the knowledge. I'm currently on a plunder point penalty. Yeah. I see, I got a new phone recently. I got the Galaxy S8 Plus. And I think it was about 4 or 5 days that I had it before I could even use Plunder Pirates on it, because I've got my old phone, which is the Galaxy S7 Edge. I've got the Galaxy Tab S2, which I'm streaming from now. So that's 2 devices, plus the Galaxy S8 Plus. So I had a brand new phone sitting there that I couldn't even... I thought, well, what's the point putting the SIM card in if I can't use the phone for Plunder Pirates if I'm out and about? So I had to sit there with a brand new phone for 5 days, 4 or 5 days, without using it. I mean, how ridiculous is that? Surely there should be like a cooldown. Well, this guy hasn't used 3 devices in, say, 6 months. So let's give him a bit of leeway here. But if he signs in the next day using 3 different devices, then potentially something's going on. Right, I farm for all troops and LPs once a week, then get PR up for Rumble and last about a week until they are done. The problem I'm having now is where everything's running out at once with the academy. I'm so focused on trying to get up my Gassy Gunslingers, my Scalawags, my Bucks, my Gunners, my Bombers, my Witch Doctors. There's just so much finishing at the same time. Legendary Pirates have been, just brushed aside. I've had no time to train them, I'd say, in well over a week. Plus the rumbling cripples me as well, because I'm fighting for just plunder points. Was that your tip, by the way, Hammerheads, for a newer comer than ourselves? I can't remember, what was I saying before I jumped onto the plunder point penalty? It's completely vanished from my head now. We need to get on with a raid. That was a gun tower thing, probably about 5-10% damage to gun towers, I think. We need to look for another juicy base. Let's see if we can find one. Who else is still here? I noticed someone else has come back to the party, whether it's someone from before or someone new. I'll try and go for about another 20 minutes if possible. It puts us on a really, really long live stream. I'll see, Patriot. See, we need a back butt. I wouldn't have attacked him, but just look at his base for a minute. That's why we need a back button. Oh man, that's frustrating. This is the guy I'm going to need when a rumble, but if I was like PR 400, then his points would be worthwhile hitting him, but for 364 for a pile 10, it's not worthwhile, in my opinion anyway. Well, I would recommend voodoo troops first before, and bombers along the way. Yeah, for of course the sailing crew's going to help. Depends if you're hitting monsters along the way when you're exploring your map. But if you've got a fully revealed map and you want to go around smash monsters, bombers, if you're just going around exploring without hitting monsters, then you don't need to worry about taking bombers with you. Yes, that was... Oh, there we go, let's push the button. Yes, that was low, although I've learned so much watching your videos. You know what, that really does please me to know. I've had a few, not loads, I've had a few Pirate 11s, 10s, 9s say, in private, because I'm sure that, like, I don't want to admit that someone lower than me actually knows something that I don't. But I've had quite a few people like, I didn't know that. Like the legendary fort. If that's destroyed, then the buff goes away from the LPs. A lot of people don't know that, and people don't know about streaking as well, which so many people complain about. There's no BP. Yes, I just said I haven't got any LPs going for about a week now. But I'm sitting on, what's that, 122,000 BP? That's enough to get even a maxed out LP going. I couldn't tell you how long I've been saving that BP for. Not that long, knowing me, probably. Again, a week or two, because I'm trying to save on for 45k for the academy when eventually I go to Pirate All 11. Then yeah, I try and keep the 45k back, and all the rest of it I know I can spend. It's like a safety net for me. This type of base, never try and take this type of base on with a farming army. It's just going to go completely wrong. Just the way the AI works, unless you've got a ton of bombers, which you shouldn't have when farming, the base is just not going to happen for you. However, hello there, 532 plunder points. We've got an exposed ground powder there. A couple of buildings there, so we'll try and put one gunner there to make sure, and there's another one there, the ground powder. This one should be 100%. You notice I'm sort of a bit serious there. I don't want to predict it and look stupid. I should beat this 100%. Oh, Sib, it's that fat thumb syndrome. I'm sure I just tapped on the gunners. They should like ask you if you want to deploy her. Eats a lot of BP. Yeah, I've got him on my mini account. At level 8, I think. I don't rate him personally. I've had him attack me as well, and from seeing people use him against me, I won't rush out and go and get him. I want him just like Pokemon. You got to catch them all. For that reason only, is the only reason I want him. I've got no desire to go and rush him to like level 15 or something. I just want him in the collection. Does anyone else use He Who Shall Not Be Named? Does anyone enjoy using him? We're going to talk about him, but we're not going to use his name. Just space these troops out. Let's keep 4 back. That should be perfect for us to just go and storm the base. Voodoo first before Academy at Pirate 11. Oh right, okay. Is that for the Ghastly Gunslingers? Witch Doctor? Why did you... Or the Scallywags? Oh no! No, MacDeagle, you didn't just use his name. No, tell me you didn't. I'm not looking. I'm not looking at chat anymore. I'm going to disable it. Wow, so you're even... We was having this talk earlier, me and Hammerhead, about Boomer. Tell me what you think about this. I use him and I have his seasonal outfit, but I don't even use priestesses. Everyone hates Boomer. In my opinion, Boomer's not a bad defending LP. On any given day, say you've run out of special LP, say you go Ching Shi on defending, Black Bart on defending, whatever reason. But especially during a Thunderstruck event, and it has to be the Storms. Thank you, there's a Boomer fan out there. Thank you. Yeah, so Because of the storms, it reduces your walls by 25%. But I think cannons is buffed by a 25%. So imagine Boomer, even the level 10, I think it's like 23% buff on cannon damage and 20% on walls. So your walls then go back to how they was before the storm reduction, the 25%. But then your cannons become like mini gram pounders. If you think about it, it's about an extra 50% damage on top. And if people are using 3-4 juggernauts, them juggernauts are not going to last too long, and neither is the legendary pirates. That's my reason for using Boomer and hyping him up so much, especially that Thunderstruck event. If you can defend during a storm, for whatever reason you're not going to be online raiding through a storm, put Boomer in there. Just make sure that legendary forts are well protected, because if you can keep his buff going throughout most of the fight, you're not going to lose a defense 3-star. Let me know, because you guys are like Pirate 10s, 11s. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think that's a viable option to use Boomer through the Thunderstruck event? It's just something that I sort of thought of myself months ago. Why people don't use Boomer enough, especially in that scenario where he gives you so much. 209,000, it's good to see. It's slowly coming down. I don't think we're going to make the 3 boots chest. I feel like I've done about 15 raids, if I'm honest. I've been playing for almost an hour and we've done 6 raids. Have we really? Sure, we've done more than that. Defense, but nothing else. Yeah. I used him on the last live stream because he had 1 stamina. I was like, it's getting on my nerves. I don't know if it's an OCD thing. I don't have OCD, but I do in this game. That 1 stamina is just sitting there for days, annoying the hell out of it. It's like, throw him in a battle. If he does something, great. If he does nothing, well, it's Boomer. Get him in there, get him recovered, have him sitting there with 20 stamina. And he did it actually, he recovered earlier on today. So now I'm ready for the Thunderstruck event, which is probably going to be in a week's time. Don't quote me on that. I think they've been spacing the events out every week, if not every fortnight. During the storm I used Ching for defense. Yes, I agree, I like her as well. The faster your defense can kill the troops, more likely you are to successfully defend. Yeah, and that's true with Boomer as well, don't forget, because people are always going to send their tanks in, their LPs in, depending on who they're throwing in for a tank. But with that, like 50% with the storm included, this is, with the 50% damage a cannon can do, that is a lot of incoming damage, especially for a max cannon. That will shred any tank in seconds. Especially if you've got like 2 or 3 cannons hitting the same target, it's game over. Wow, look at that base. I would have loved that one there. And this one, I've got to stay here. I'm not going to do an attack. I'm ahead. 256 PR is the range to be for this rumble. I'll see you there. I'm joking. We've got to get a raid gun. This one, this is it. We're just coming from the back. You have to give respect to the 2 mortars in there. Plus the powerful cannons. The walls are not up to scratch. Yes. The cannons are, apart from a couple. The gun towers will shred my men apart, as will these mortars. So we're going to be careful. Again, I don't want to deploy in too long a line. He knows I'm going to want to come in from this way. This flame gate hasn't been reset by the looks of it. Nor's that one. Actually, none of them have. Yes, the mine's been triggered there. Mystic mine triggered there. We can just come in from this angle. Perfect. So again, I just want to deploy it all in one big line, because I don't want my witch doctors to go walkabouts. That really frustrate me. Hopefully the gunners are going to start taking out these buildings. I'll save 5 gunners back, because pop their ability. Hopefully they stay together. The witch doctor goes in with them. Otherwise we're going to mess this raid up. I could have spaced out my troops in a long line, but for some reason I just felt this raid, I don't want to space them out. I want them all just to push together. We'll see if I'm right or wrong. This raid's going to go 1 or 2 ways. It's going to go terrible or fantastic. And it's all down to, here we go, it's going to go wrong. Oh no, Witch Doctor, no, don't go back. Go forward. This is how a raid can go wrong. And from that one decision I just made about how to deploy my troops, is going to be the course of the battle, whether I'm going to win this or it's going to go completely terrible. I can feel it already. It's not going to go the best. Look at that one mortar shot just panted the hell out of my gunners. Yeah, I thought... See, again, because I'm farming, I don't really want to use Sadie, plus I'm using her on defence. She's got about 3 stamina. Maybe that's something I should explain. There we go. Go on, Witch Doctor. Get me some tanks. I have these 5 gunners. Maybe we can creep them in. But as soon as I deploy the gunners, the Witch Doctor's going to go walkabouts. Can we sneak them in? I don't know. Maybe we can. Let's try it. Yeah, so I'd rather mess up my raid than use a LP that I'm using for defending. I always forget to bring an LP for attacking. I don't know why. I just do. Probably because I forget then to put one on defence. Like recently, I've been using Cornelius for attack. Yeah, she is. I know a lot of people use her for farming, but I also hate that as well, because people do it to me. They take like 200,000 grog for me. It's like, oh man, really? You know, you didn't even leave me a shield. You've gone and took 200,000, and if a few people do it to you, it's even more frustrating. Come on, Witch Doctor. Come on. Give me your ability. There's so many skellies. Looks like jelly there. Go on. He's going to die. I'm spamming the button. Come on. There we go. Perfect. Got the skellies. The lonely gunner. We're not going to get all the loot. It's fine. I don't mind. I personally don't use Sadie, even though I have her training. So you don't use her at all? You don't use her for defense or attack? Or do you mean just farming like the... Yeah, see, I'm the same. I'd rather just try my best with what I've got. And the same, I don't use guild ship troops if I can help it, because you're trying to get resources. You're trying to do it in a cheap, costly way, cost-effective way. But if you're taking someone else's troops for farming, effectively you're delaying them from farming. I don't agree with that. There's some people that love spamming the troop requests. I'm not one of them. From Pirate Rule 6, I was taking on Pirate Rule 7s and 8s without using Legendary Pirates and without requesting guild ship troops. Because that's me personally. That's my way of looking at the game. But when you're rumbling or pirate rank pushing, you're damn right you need a Legendary Pirate, and you definitely need them guild ship troops to get anywhere. But for farming, no you don't. I don't care who it is. You don't need to use them. Look at that. See, if I'm using Sky Raiders, I never see this streak buff. I thought someone said something there. Hello there, BJ. Speak the devil. I spoke about you, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes ago. Can anyone remember roughly how long? I did mention BJ's earlier. These are on Rumble sometimes, depending if their rivals that constantly show up would be easier to take down with Sadie. Then they quickly switch. You've actually just reminded me of something. Do you ever get the Rumble rival where they pop up on your screen, you've hit next, and it's the same base that you just saw? It's like, well, you've charged me, I don't know, 400 gold for hitting next, but you've given me the same base, and you think, did I actually just hit next? But you know you did. And it's happened like 3 times in a row before. It's like, come on, you're kidding me now. Surely there's another base out there to attack. I don't know if that's something, whether there's not enough. Yeah, see, I don't know if it's because there's not enough pool of players that's offline and that don't have a shield. I don't know the reason behind it. It's something that drives me crazy, because yes, it's say 400 gold, and I know I'm saying there's a lot of gold about, but it's the principle. You push next, you expect a different base, you don't expect the same one. How much have you missed? We're on 1 hour and 3 minutes. So we've got about like another 2 raids, then I've got to shut it down because I'm getting real tired now. The concentration sort of, but the talking especially, it really does knacker you out. Typing is fine, I can do that all day long, but when it comes to talking and having to give out so much information, it really is tiring. I hit next so many times once I've run out of really? Is that when it throws you back to your base again? It's like, well, hang on a minute, I'm sure I just hit next there, why am I looking at my own base? And you think, I've done that before, I've looked at base and gone, whoa, I'm not attacking that. You go, hang on a minute, that's my base. Oh, it is my base. I've done that quite a few times, think, oh my god, you're an idiot, Sib. I'm just waiting for someone to own up to it now, like, yeah, I wouldn't attack my own base, I didn't realise it was mine at the point. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, right now I'm back at my base, I have to go and hit attack. And then, I don't know if it's sometimes when there's a maintenance coming up. The retry button shows up, yeah, I just read that, didn't I? It's when the Wi-Fi dropped. Ah, didn't know that. Didn't know that. I didn't know if I was going to say maintenance break coming up. Then again, I've generally got good Wi-Fi. It hardly ever goes down. Hello, Ankit. Ankit is in Art of Pillaging, by the way. That is from Clash of Clans. Even if you can't attack your own base, surely one of your guild members is allowed to test out your base design. I love sitting there and trying it. My current base design is terrible. I designed it myself. But most of my base designs is designed by myself. And I love for someone to test that and go, you know what? That's terrible. Or, wow, that's really difficult. I want to copy your base now. Yeah, I'd love for people to be able to test out my base. I was about to say, I don't say it often enough. There's a little notification bell when you go onto my main channel page. And if it's turned off, it won't notify you when there's a video released or a stream's going live. So if you're watching this, hit that notification bell, turn it on, so each time I release a video or a live stream, it will notify you straight away that I'm either recorded a video or it's a live stream happening. We really need to find a base now. I get so distracted talking, it's unreal. I need to learn to multitask. That base there, that base back there is the one we need for our Rumble rivals. Something like that, that'd be cool. Give me extra points. I never get that lucky. All my Rumble rivals are like maxed out Pirate 11s. I look and think, yeah, I'll go choose someone else, because this ain't happening. I'll get there one day, it's just not yet. Hello there, 1 million grog. We need to find a way how to get this. Grand Panna in there. One there. Really? You don't get a notification? Maybe that's like a filter setting, maybe. I'm thinking we come in from the side where the ship is. We're just, again, we're going to deploy, I don't know. Maybe we go a bit more tactically this time. We try and take out these buildings first, the tavern, the silo, etc. Then we worry. I thought it's someone I recognised, then it's not. Then we worry about going in for the full steam attack. Can we? Is another question. No, the cannons should be covering this legendary fort. If not, it's the pirate or. I'm not even going to bother trying to take out that legendary fort. Yeah, I do, especially when I'm not trying to record a video or live streaming. I'm under no pressure. I'll sit there all day long, tap next, even if it takes me 15-20 minutes, just so I get 1 million grog for a raid. But when live streaming, especially live streaming, I really don't want to bore people. I've got no pause button, so it's not like I can skip for 20 minutes. I'll try. You know what, I might even throw in Sadie to go, just for good measure. And maybe to distract from this angle. So if I can, yeah, there we go. Oh no, it's a Grand Panna. Silly me. Should be alright. You'll work it out, Sadie. You're going to die. It's fine. Come on, gunners. Go on, Witch Doctor. Resurrect me some skellies. There we go. Please do not mess up. Get me this grog. Use her ability now. There we go. Hopefully missed the range of the Grand Panna. She's going down, but at least she's distracting the mortars for me. There you go. She's gone. There's a mortar gone down. Now, get ready. Use Bring It On. The mortar's distracted again. There's a reason why we use Sadie the Goat there. That is a real strategical plan. I know nobody believes me. I don't blame you. A part of the fault was get Sadie in there, distract. I didn't think she was going to distract so well. We should now, so as those few gunners stay alive, we're going to get the rest of this grog. As long as it's not in the distilleries. I didn't even think about that. There we go. That's it. Keep burning through it. Some of it is going to be perfect. There's 1 million grog. I'm a happy man. Can we get these grog distilleries? There's another one over there. It's probably going to be in range of the gun tower. Can we be crafty? So I love it when people use these little islands. Now it allows me to hit the grog distillery and the gun tower can't reach me. I've done that for other things as well, like sniping buildings when they're close to a ship. For some reason they leave like a little decoration somewhere. It's like, well, thank you very much. It's not going to work there. The gun tower's going to shoot me. But yeah, I mean, try and look for those little islands, especially if it's something you're trying to snipe. they do come in handy. I'm sure he didn't intentionally mean to do that, but it worked out for my benefit. Great thing about base designs. Look at that. All those brutes left, and just a handful of gunners. Yeah, I love that. What we call it in Art of Pillaging, when there's hopefully a million gold and a million grog, we call them millionaire raids, or if it's like 1.2 and a 800,000. So long as it's combined 2 mil, we call them millionaire raids, and we post them all up in chat. Hopefully someone will provide one of those while you're in the guilds, and especially Fat Trucker will probably be one of those that does that. Straw Hat's another one, David's. He seems to get lucky in finding loot. Mugawara's another one, Mr. Nosh. But trust me, if you can, ask Mugawara to post some of these replays. He's a Pirate Wall 7 taking on Pirate Wall 9s and sometimes Pirate Wall 10s. Big things is coming from him when he gets bigger. Trust me. Guarantee it. And there we go. There's a Sadie the Goat depleted. I don't know. Can we try? We're going to go for another 2 attacks. Maybe have enough time to open up the freebooters and the bandits, and that's as far as I can go. Unless you guys had enough. It's like, yeah, I've had enough. Hour and 10 of Sib is just too much. My legs are starting to go stiff as well. Thirsty. I do have a drink though. How much loot do you guys go for when you're pushing next? Like, what's a minimum? I know I've asked this to other people before, but since everyone's talking, how much is the minimum amount that you will set yourself? Take some 10s, 11s for don't Omar have 2 accounts? Or has he just got the Pirate Wall 8? I know he's done like a crazy 12,000 attacks as a Pirate Wall 8. It's like more attacks than me, and I thought I was a machine. Then again, that could be a lot of streaking. Who knows? I've done that. A Pirate Wall 11. It was a maxed out Pirate Wall 11. It was like a double wall, but like in a square. I just punched a hole through the middle of it and just went in, and I think it was 2.7 mil combined. It's 1.3.5 mil of each resource. Crazy loot. Absolute insane. 150 to 200k grog is the minimum you'll go for. I'm talking about when farming, not when, you know, rumbling, whatever. I'm sure he said he's got a Pirate Wall 11 account. I'm sure he said that in Slack chat. 600k gold and 800k grog. Interesting. It depends if I'm really farming for grog. If I see something like 100,000 gold, I don't care. If it's got a million grog and I'm farming grog, don't care about the gold. Well, okay, they just give me the best buffs in the world though. But do ask him. Or I'll ask him. I'm sure Omar said he's got 2 accounts. Sure he has. I could be wrong. 700k grog. Yeah. Gold. Yeah, same as me. As long as it's about 700k grog. Yeah. Pirate Wall dependent, of course. I know. If you're Pirate Wall 6, you can still see some pretty... I know you're not Pirate Wall 6, but Pirate Wall 5, Pirate Wall 6, you can still see some real decent loot, like 500k. It's quite a bit for that Pirate Wall level. You can see more as well. So you look for doubling up, basically. So if your army's 200,000, then you're looking for 400,000 grog. I would personally try and look for more, because there's more grog out there than that. Depending what Pirate Wall you are and depending what PR you're at, then there's plenty more grog out there than 400k. Again, if it's a rumble, then it don't matter. But since we're talking about farming, yeah, there's, I'd say 700k. If for some reason or somehow you've got a lower grog cost than 200k for an army, then go for 600k, but you should set yourself a minimum to, I agree, 700k. Again, but if you're live streaming, trying to keep pushing next, I could sit here for 10 minutes and you guys be like, oh man, is this all we're doing, pushing next? But offline, I'll just sit here for, if I have to, 20 minutes, no problem to me. No problem at all. I wonder if Smithy's watching this, because I know Smithy from Firewater, he's visiting the guild as well. I know he's a subscriber, and I wonder if he's here on the quiet. I did speak to him a little bit earlier. This base I'd like to take on with a Rumble army, because of the plunder points as well. But for farming, it's a bit risky. A lot of things can go wrong. It's level 10 walls. We've got 6 bombers. We've got shark traps. We've got buildings all pushed out. I mean, look at the width there. That's insane. Not getting through that way. Are you like me? Are you cautious? Do you next a lot and think, well, I'd smash that with my rumbling army, but because it's a farming army, I really don't want to chance it, and it makes you feel a bit like a chicken. But then when you go and find another base that's the same pirate level but with even more loot, it makes you feel all that much better. It's like, yeah, listen to yourself more often. Everyone's gone quiet. Is everyone gone asleep? Who's there? No, I'm not going to tell no knock jokes. Come on, loot. Be kind to me. We need like 1 or 2 battles, is it now? Yeah, there's got to be a skill. Maybe we can research it in the academy. I know in other games there's been like I don't agree with this, by the way, like glitches in games where you can have programs set where they find the loot for you and all you got to do is attack. But that's cheating. I like the fun of hitting next and finding all these different base designs. That's another thing I love about next, is that you come across so many different base designs. And I'm a base design fan. I love it. Like this, if this had 700k grog instead of gold, I would take this on. And especially again, if I leave him now, hopefully I'll find him in the rumble, and I'll get 532 plunder points. What's that? There's chickens. I agree. I admit to being a chicken. I don't mind the label chicken. It's fine. As long as I get my upgrades going, I couldn't care less. And also, I don't mind if friends hit me. If anyone recognises me, it's like, that's Sib. Come and attack me. I will not be offended. We're playing a pirate game. It's a base offense and defense game. I love my base designs to be tested. So come along and hit me. What's that? Sorry, Corn said last rumble scores. What's that? What, they're chickens? And talk about chickens, brutes look like a chicken. I've said this before, but they do. When you use the bring it on, they flap around like a chicken. Too true. 961,000. Okay, this is a decent amount of grog. Problem is, can we get it? Again, decent defences, then max out grand pounders. If we get hit by one of them, we are in big trouble. Players that don't push next. Really? I couldn't just go like, oh man, I don't even, right, grand pounders there. I like these kind of clever designs because it sends your troops on like a little walkabout. I might just do this raid for a laugh and just send my troops in and just see how quick they get decimated. Would that be fun? Tell you what, no, surrender. I'm going to chicken out on that one. Gives me a chance to read chat anyway because it's so much more interesting. Mr. Ahmed is one of them. Players that don't push next. I wish there was a way to PvP a player, not just pressing next and hoping for luck. We're talking about Russian roulette here, aren't we? We are. Remember when XXKK and Deetsa were going for the leaderboard? How long ago was that? 500? Really? That's insane. 555k. See, I don't want to make accusations, but how is Feng going so far, so fast, in the amount of time? I think he's hitting over 100k plunder points in a day. I done that rumble with 52k. I'm still recovering to this day after that rumble. How? And I'm a machine. Everyone says it, like, Sib, you're a beast. But how can he keep going for this amount of time without feeling the effects of some sort of fatigue? Honestly, one rumble at 52k rumble points, that was me done, and that's been, what, a week and a half ago? I'm still feeling dead from it now. There's no way you can keep going like that. Yeah, I understand you get 12 to 1400, but you still got to do an incredibly amount of attacks to get that 100 odd K a day, which would be, let's do the maths here, Seb. I don't know, 70 odd battles a day, thereabouts, 60 odd. That's still a lot of battles. And that's, I'm surmising that you're 100% in each base. There's, as I've proved, there's no way you can 100% every base. Is he, I don't know, has he got a brother? Is his brother, are they taking turns? Like, I'm going to sleep now, you play. Not saying he's sharing a cross with someone else, but how is he sustaining that? There you go, there's the maths. I haven't got a calculator in front of me. Over 400 bucks, probably at 900 plus PR. I don't know, is he trying to go for top in the worlds? Because I've seen him, I think he was 700 odd, or maybe 500 odd when he started. The last I looked, I think he's in the 900s in PR. Well, yeah, I'm sure, but to sustain that amount of attacks, I've done 107 attacks, and as I say, I'm still wiped out now. I'm really dreading this rumble come up because I've got to fight Hammerhead, Smithy, Heat Miser, Oz as well, plus all my members to try and fight for top spot. I can't be in a rumble and not compete, it's just not me. 742,000. Let's just do this because we're talking at the same time. It's not great, but hey, we've got to get on with it. Let's just deploy Werebrutes in a line. I don't know why. There we go. Right, let's get a gunner down. Let's get our Witch Doctor in. Try and get our bombers in here. Hopefully they'll start busting through a wall here and be able to get to the ground pounders. Gunner in there. One there. One there. Hope for the best now, people. There we go. Let's use their ability. Save a few gunners back. We have them now separating. This is where raids go wrong. And that's probably where maybe 2 Witch Doctors can come in handy. But then they still do go walkabouts. It just drives you crazy. Let's read chat while I'm having a look here. Still with maxed out troops. 3-star and maxed out. Yeah? I don't know. I'm not a maxed out Pirate All 11. Let me know, guys. Is it easy to 3-star and max out Pirate All 11 as a max out Pirate All 11? I do have a goal of being top player in the world. Man, this is sounding egotistical. And top of the UK leaderboard and top of the monthly leaderboards. But I think that's going to have to be done when I'm max Pirate All 11. So that might be doable, depending how slow it takes. Oh wow. So most of that was in the grog distilleries. Oops. Let's try and just deploy 3 there. There we go. Quick fire. Get the grog. There we go. Get it. Can we get some of it? There, around 100k. I hate leaving a base with over 100k. Yeah, so my goals are that, but I couldn't tell you when. What did I actually say the BB words? Was I reading it out loud? I don't remember. Did I say that word we can't mention? Yeah, I guess. Yeah. You can at any Pirate All 11. There's certain base designs you can't take on because of your composition. Let's just come out of this battle. And that's frustrating sometimes because you think, I just had that troop loadout like 3 battles ago. I thought I'd change it about a bit, and it's like, oh. And especially if there's a lot of loot sitting there, really, really frustrating. Sib is definitely cursed when it comes to you know who. Did I say his name? Can someone tell me? Did I repeat the name when reading it out loud? And I blame the Hammerheads. He knows the rules. Can't be named. What happened to Straw Hat earlier on in the guild for saying that? One day I will kick him just to prove a point. And he's probably going to watch this because he does watch the channel too. You know what happened. Come and tell everyone. Save me the job. One more battle. At this point, I really don't care what the loot is. I'm just so enjoying talking to everyone. That's better, Ankit. You're learning. You're a quick learner. this base, I've seen similar bases to this. These are quite good if you've got heavy gunners. Because of the range of the heavy gunners, if, especially if you get the precess in, you can lock up these gun towers quick, annihilate them with the heavy gunners, and gunners, ghastly gunslingers, whatever you're using. Then they take out the ground pounders. Then it doesn't matter if your troops start going walkabouts, because they don't get sort of in that range of the ground pounders, because they all get designed to get sucked up round there. Maybe you say it today, you'll get him this weekend. I've often thought, when it comes to silo materials, I keep seeing like the silver ingots. I've got the copper ingots, which he only uses some of the time. I found that weird. He's got 2 commons to use. And then he's got the exquisite diamonds. It start getting quite a bit of them. It's like, yes, this week's going to be it. And I go, right, that's it. I've had enough. The ship's been and gone now. I'm throwing out these silo materials. To hell with them. Yes, I have been using gases. And I will in rumbles. I don't know if you saw earlier on, I was showing you what I've been doing in the Voodoo Hut, almost said Academy then. The Voodoo Hut skills, I missed out a couple from Pirate All 9, which is 2 lots of 2 damage per second and a 10 toughness. I jumped straight onto the Academy level, I said it again, the Voodoo Hut level 6. I've got the 1 extra range I'm researching now. I think I'm another 1 or 2 away from getting the Resurrection 50%. And as soon as I get that, I can definitely start using him a lot more, because then I can resurrect him as himself. As you've seen, I do like my Witch Doctors, or Witch Doctor. Doing charity, I thought that's what I was on here doing. I'm offering out free advice. I do take PayPal, by the way, as I said to Hammerhead earlier. He found it quite funny. I do say, I say it to a lot of people. People probably think I'm serious, so that's the problem. I don't take PayPal. I have PayPal, but I've not used it in years, so wouldn't even know the account password and email anyway. Come on now, Sib. 1 raid. Look at the loot on that. I mean, these type of bases, 90,000 gold, 28,000 grog. That shouldn't even be on the next button. And that's why they should start to... A miracle is needed. Yeah. A miracle is needed. I think what they need to start doing is what BJ said, is introducing a league bonus, but we don't have leagues, like a PR, say, I don't know, 200 to 299 PR is 50k grog, 50k gold, and I don't know, 5 BP per battle won, and it has to be a 3-star, and if it's a 2-star, it's half, it'd be 25k, and say 2 or 3 BP, whatever. But they need to introduce like a league bonus for attacking, and obviously the higher you are in PR, the bigger the, I don't know, say 700 PR plus is like 500,000 gold and grog and about 12 BP. Just random numbers I'm throwing out there, but I think that's something that they should do. Yeah. Better offerings from the Madoki gods. Come on, give me 1 million grog. Hit next. This should be it now. Really? That ain't it. That didn't work. It's because you mentioned it. You know, you ruined my juju. 760. Because of the mortars, because of the composition we've got, I don't fancy this base. But in a rumble, for sure, I would take this on because of the level 6 walls. And don't forget the 1 level 7 in there. Sib did spot that. Better offerings for... Yeah, I just read that one. Oh, guys, come on. We just need a little bit more grog. This isn't it. Is anyone else still playing Plunder Pirates while watching YouTube? You must have multiple devices if you are doing so. I can't talk, though, because I have a Galaxy S5, the S7 Edge, I've got the S8 Plus, the iPad Mini 2, and the Galaxy Tab S2. Yeah, that's it. There's no other devices. And that's why I have 3 accounts. If they introduce League bonus, that would be... But the problem is that Clash of Clans has been around for the longest, so they've had the community like ourselves already, you know, suggest these type of things. Pirate All 1 account. Do you mean you've just started a brand new account at Pirate All 1? You're at work. What total work do you do for you just to sit there and watch Sib on YouTube for an hour and a half? Man, I want your job. I wouldn't care if they... Yeah, see, some things I think we need to go down the same route as Clash of Clans and other games. But I also think we need our own version. You know what? Talking about it, I've just had something spring to mind. Quite a few people have mentioned needing a new legendary pirate, and I've come up with a suggestion. Maybe I need to put it on the forum or email Madoki. Man, nice gold, but still no. We need now a parrot. Hear me out. A parrot legendary pirate, right? It's going to be about the same size as I was going to say his name then. God, why did I choose his name? We call it Black Bart. So about the same size. Even Tinto, a little mini-me. But what he would do, his special ability would send out a flock of parrots, but they would target defences, where the big parrot would target any building. So now we've got like a special ability that flies in the air, like the aeronauts. Let's say, I don't know, 6 parrots come out. I don't know what damage they would do, but that'd be their jobs, just to target defences, so they can fly over walls and stuff. That'd be pretty cool. Do people think I'm just nuts, or do they like the sound of that? We need a parrot LP. An LP from India would be a nice addition. Yeah, I think we've got one in Scotland. I can't remember who it is from Scotland. Cornelius Heston. I probably love him so much because he's from England. That's what it is. He's from Hull. I'm not too sure. Hello, R-Star. Nice to see you. So back to the parrot idea. What do people think? It doesn't have to be a parrot, but I'm just thinking the special abilities different to anyone else's, where you know, a flock of parrots will come out, say 6 of them, and they target defences only. I think that'd be pretty cool, because nothing else is like that. I guess the nearest thing you could say to something coming... I mean, yeah, Cornelius says the apes that come out, but they attack anything. Oh, sorry, I wasn't even looking. Thank you. Right, the problem is, do we come in from the ship side, do we come in from Legendary Fort, do we try and go head on against Grand Powders? Quickly tell me what one. Legendary Fort, ship, or head on with the Grand Powder? What direction? Anyone? Quick. Right, Legendary Fort, okay. It feels so weird not seeing Sadie the Goat down the bottom there now. It just feels like it's so empty. Please do not blow all my men up. Long line there. Get a bomber straight in there, please. Just smash through this single wall. The problem is these bunkers. Oh man, they're going to hurt. Let's use the gunner's ability. Once we punch a hole through this wall, like so. Let's go. 2 holes are in there now. Hopefully that means 2 different directions. Do not go with them gunners over there on the right. I will sue you, Witch Doctor. Just don't follow them. Let them follow you. That's it. Come back in the base. Here we go. We have a chance of getting some grog. Keep an eye on the brutes. I want this mortar here taken care of quick. Keep an eye on that mortar there. Perfect. There's one problem is that Grand Pounder there is going to hurt big time. Stay away, guys. Resurrect some skellies. There's some more tanks we have now. Keep an eye on that mortar. Things going well. Can we? Maybe. No, we can't. We didn't. Even, we should have cleared that out, really. Should have cleared out the builders' huts. Therefore, we wouldn't have been hit by the Grand Pounder. However, Witch Doctor's still alive. Come this side. No, the gunners are stupid. The Witch Doctor's gone down. We don't get all the 1 mil grog. Yeah, so what I really should have done is try and clear out these buildings first. Then I could have snuck some gunners in around. I've got 2 gunners. There's no point. They're not going to get me anything. But I should have cleared these out. Then tried and sniped at the Grand Pounder. That would have been great for like a Sadie the Goat or something. I've deployed a gunner, haven't I? Oh, man. Good. We can finish this raid now, because I really want to open up these chests. There we go. That's perfect. We earned profit. There we go. Finally. At long last. We open these chests, then we're going to end this hour and a half. It'll probably be hour and 37 minutes by then. Yes! Take out, yeah. Just got to read back here. For a legendary pirate, my special ability would be sharks popping out of the water and destroying all cannons by 25%. I like that. Someone mentioned on the forum that they'd like to see like a shark in the water and they gobble your men up when you're trying to deploy them, or when you're swimming across, you know, you get little asses out in the corner. I thought, imagine if you deploy a witch doctor last, and that shark comes along and eats your witch doctor. That would make me incredibly mad, especially if you only got one witch doctor. Cost all that grog. I'm going to go back, obviously not now. Scarlett mentioned the other day about the brutes. I want to go back to my bucks and maybe my scallywags. I love my bucks and scallywags with the gunners. Love it. Time for these chests. We have a bandits chest and a freeboots chest to get through. This is going to be BP. The right hand side question mark is going to be BP. Let's tap. Such a liasib. Majestic Ruby, perfect. And Scarlet Fever, you asked me the other day about where to get the Majestic Rubies from. I lied, it isn't just Marauder's Chests and Corsairs, you can get them from Bandits too. Yes, Boogo! I said that to Sharky, I think, from D&D. He's like, what the hell is a Boogo? We've got to educate the PP community what Boogo is. It's not like some baby language. It's a real thing. It's Boogo. They'll know Boogo when they start seeing it trashing their bases. Trust me. Make it happen, Hammerhead. Right, freebooters. Let's try and get lucky with this one. I didn't go too much apart from the Majestic Ruby on that bandit's chest. Wow. And also, freebooters chest gives out Majestic Rubies too. I've heard that certain chests give you certain things, but I feel like on a particular day or a time that you've opened in chests, that they already mapped out what you're going to have. It's like, yeah, you're going to have a bunch of Majestic Rubies today, and tomorrow you can have a bunch of Cursed Paradox. Let me know what you guys think as well about that theory. Yeah, I always get a lot of BP, but also don't forget that chest openings are based on your Pyrotal level. I don't mean with silo materials, well I don't think so anyway, but with BP and EP, it's based on your Pyrotal level. So Pyrotal level 11s will see more BP than I will, but I'll see more than the Pyrotal 9, 6, 5 and so on. Mystical Opals we really need. Majestic Rubies again, I'll take them. So that weren't too bad of a freebooters chest. What's that say? Those rubies are everywhere. Ching is now training and will be max soon. I'm glad to hear it's worked for you, Scarlet. So glad to hear that. And actually, because you said that to me, I remember to mention that in the video. And as you saw there from various different chests now, you know you can get Majestic Rubies. Obviously, I think the chance of seeing a, what is it a rare, an epic? I've got to try and think of the ranks now. But the purple colour ribbon, we'll call it. There's a chance of seeing them, even in a probably a battered chest. Maybe not, but the chances is lower. So the better the chest, the better the chance. Marauders obviously being legendary, so you've got more chance of seeing better silo materials. Hope that clarifies it. Unfortunately, I've just seen we're on 9 people watching now, but I am so exhausted. I need to have a break. I need a nice cup of coffee. But I also don't want to desert you guys. We're here having a laugh, but as soon as it closes down and everyone just stops chatting, we need to like set up a Slack chat group or something, so we all get chatting on there afterwards. Look at that, I said that and someone's gone straight off. Probably the person that joined the 9th person's like, alright, I'm going. Need sapphires next, again. I know they come out in Marauders all day long, but it's the same band as Majestic Ruby, you know, the purple. I'm going to say it's epic. Rare? Rare. We don't have epic in this game, right? It's rare. Rare than legendaries? Yes, I think so. Which is the purple band. The green band is uncommon. I want to... No, hold on, that's blue, isn't it? Uncommon's blue. Green is... No idea. Can anyone list them for me? You know what I'm talking about. You've got the different colour bands, like brands, commons... Black Bart next try. Yeah, good luck to you. I think someone have, yeah. So green is that, sorry, is uncommon. And then what about blue then? Because you've got brown, which is band, not bandits, it's battered chess. Then you've got the blue ribbon, you've got the green ribbon, you've got the purple ribbon and the yellow. Yep, sorry, gold, yellow. Sure, I'm colourblind. Green uncommon, blue rare, purple Ah, so we do have epic. That's right. Thank you very much. And he was at look. We've got a debate going on. We're sparked to debate. Everyone's screaming at Sid. Blue is rare. Don't listen to him. Purple is epic. Yes. Everyone's repeating that. This is fantastic. Do you think there needs to be, I don't know, another chest in the game? Do you think there's room for it? I think Straw Hat, one of my members, did say, I know I'm just sitting here, we're looking at the base, but we're talking. Let's actually dump some of this gold now into walls. Let's go, I don't know, any ones would do. Don't really care. There we go. 1.8, 1.8, 3.6. One more wall. Perfect. Who? Actually, yeah. We're on 7.1 million grog. I do still have my stonemason to max out for this guild hall and for this pirate hall level. But I don't want to do that yet. I need to keep my work free. Right, okay, let's have a look in here. Let's go in the academy. We have the brutes to do. But obviously they're like last. Aeronauts finished yesterday. They're level 4s. Do we do the aeronaut? Do we do the bombers? You can see everything else in there. We just started the Gassy Gunslingers earlier. 100% of the time, because... Yeah, see, I'm with you there, Hammerhead. I don't think Madoki's going to go for it. Well, we can suggest it. So you think bombers? Yeah, actually, yes, you're right. Yes, I think with my bombers... There you go, which lots is left to do in there. Skellywags is going to finish tomorrow. My bombers, I think the next one is the... is it the wall breaker? Yeah, the wall breaker ability. We're going to go for that one. Well remembered there, MacDeagle, by the way. We have to do this one. 180% damage. That's really going to help when I fancy taking on Pirate Hall 11. That's really going to help strip those walls, or try to strip those walls apart. 7 days. Gone. Again, we'll go on to carry on that way, and then we'll go back this way. I don't think we've skipped anything back there. No. So that's leaving me pretty broke on the grog front again. Probably not enough for someone to attack me, to be honest. There we go. He might have bombers as well. Yeah, going back to the chess. I don't know. Maybe they should do... Where's thought? I know we get the Marauders chest for a 7-day login. I think maybe they should sneak in day 3, day 4, day 1, like a bandit's chest, or even a bat chest. What do you reckon? Or is that one in the market, the merchant's chest? I really like the green band's chest. I think they give like the best stuff, if I'm honest. Because I've done that market one where I bought 5 of each chest, and I thought the best two chests was the green and the green and blue one. The Quartermasters, I think it was called. Let's take a look anyway. Right, so market, chests. Yeah, Quartermasters and merchants, they work really well for me. Compared to the captain's chest and the admirals, just didn't like it. I could have come here and looked at the bands, couldn't I? The EP bonus for what, sorry? Oh, what you mean from what, outfits? What, it's the channel not working, the stream's gone bad? Is my mic gone funny? Can anyone hear me? EP bonus for login. Because I think they're trying to cater for everyone. I understand the EP, and especially with the events they do during singles especially. I think, yeah, EP's fair for everyone, because they can't show, oh well, you know, forget all the little guys, or let's just give all EP and, you know, annoy all the Pirate Hall 11s that's sitting there with millions like yourself. But I do think that it'd be a cool little feature. I'm not saying every week, but just chuck in a bandage chest, mix it up a little bit. Because that would then give you potential to get BP as well. Right, okay. Right, so you're fine. MacDeagle is struggling. Ankit's struggling. Anyone else struggling? Although they probably won't be able to hear me anyway. Alright, okay, there's nothing I can really do. I really look. Right, okay, yeah, I can see that. I don't know why. I have no apps running in the background. But maybe this is a hint for me to end the live feed now. What do you reckon? Let me know. I'm not going to do any more attacks. I really need a good cup of coffee, if I'm honest. But I am enjoying. Right, okay. What I do is then, I'll type in chat. I will close the live stream down due to technical difficulties. I have no idea, I just typed so well there, apart from the one missed space there. Yeah, same here, I've got to run too. I really need this cup of coffee. And I've got 6 fish tanks to feed. That's like a routine by itself. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I really am enjoying these live streamings. I will continue to do them on Wednesdays and Saturdays. I can't give a specific time, but it's going to be between 5 and 7 PM GMT time. That will benefit more people on a Saturday rather than a Wednesday. And I think, yeah, definitely enjoy the coffee. Thank you very much. Yes, I'll see you in Guild and Slack. Thanks for coming, everyone, and bye for now. Time to go. If we can end the stream. There we go.